time right now. Faced with a looming deadline, the governor is looking to lawmakers to offer up a game plan for how the state should proceed with Medicaid expansion. Now, his health reform task force has until the end of the month to issue recommendations for the future of the private option.
Yeah, but it's likely that report will be finalized this week. Now, our Victoria Price is live this morning at the state capitol with more. Hey, good morning, Victoria.
Hey, good morning, you guys. That's right. And in fact, sources tell me that a vote on those recommendations will probably come at some point later on today. Now, back in October, if you recall, that task force was presented with a report from a consulting group that said moving forward with the private option would drastically reduce the uninsured here in Arkansas. However, that same report also said that changes would need to be made in order to make it financially feasible for the state. The task force will also have to decide on issues for traditional Medicaid recipients, including a recommendation to hire managed care companies to provide benefits as a way to cut costs as well. So some big healthcare reform issues at hand here, and issues that this panel will need to make decisions on very soon. Now, if that vote does come today as it's expected to, it's likely then that the task force will spend tomorrow reviewing that draft before it officially presents those recommendations to the governor. Live from the state capitol, I'm Victoria Price for Fox. Good day, Arkansas. Back to you guys.
All right. Thank you, Victoria. Well, this morning, the hunt continues for a man police say shot another man several times. It happened yesterday on Colonel Glenn Road in Little Rock around 1 o'clock. Police say the gunman walked up to a car in a parking lot and then fired several shots, then took off in a black Chevy truck with black rims. The victim is recovering this morning with non-life-threatening injuries. If you have any information, call police.
A man arrested and charged for shooting his mother-in-law. Marco Garcia told Little Rock police he thought someone was breaking into his home just before 1 o'clock in the morning. He says he fired through a door, hitting his mother-in-law in the chest. Garcia is charged with first-degree battery. His mother-in-law is expected to survive. A Faulkner County Sheriff's deputy is out of a job this morning after he's charged with multiple felonies. Martin Sonny Clifford was arrested last week in Crawford County while driving while intoxicated, leaving the scene of an accident and having no proof of insurance. He was fired Monday. Faulkner County Interim Sheriff Matt Rice says, quote, "Law enforcement should be held to a higher standard. I hate it for him and for this department, but unfortunately, he made a very bad decision that night."
Los Angeles Public Schools will reopen this morning after closing yesterday amid security concerns. An email threat sent to several school board members prompted the cancellation of classes for about 650,000 students. More than 2,700 officers searched more than 1,500 school sites for explosives and weapons. Authorities do not know who made the threat, but the FBI determined it was not credible.
We can now announce and conclude and tell you and tell the community that we believe that our schools are safe and we can reopen schools in the Los Angeles Unified School District.
New York City schools also received a similar threat, but police dismissed it as a hoax.
Now on to a Fox 16 consumer alert. There are new requirements for people buying drones during the holiday season. The Federal Aviation Administration is now requiring all drone users to register their device on an FAA website. The new law is expected to take effect Monday. Owners must be 13 years or older to sign up on the website. If you do not register, you may face civil and criminal penalties. And now on to Elm Springs, where the future of a wind farm is now hanging in the balance. The clean energy company Dragonfly Industries wanted to build a first-of-its-kind wind farm on a plot of land on the edge of the city. Now it's coming out that the CEO, Jody Davis, spent 6 years in prison for embezzling more than $1 million from an Oklahoma company. The Elm Springs mayor says he did not know about that arrest.
You heard anything about any of this?
I've just laid my eyes on it for the first time, and I have no knowledge of anything about that.
Elm Springs officials say they were shocked Dragonfly Industries rescinded the request to build the wind farm.
In a Fox 16 money alert, a 9/11 memorial could soon be on its way to Conway if they raise enough money. For several years, the fire department has been working to display a piece of steel taken from the World Trade Center and use it as a memorial. Now an anonymous fundraiser has come forward wanting to help.
Well, he jumped on board and he has started a GoFundMe account, citizens to try and assist the fire department in getting this memorial built.
The goal is to raise $15,000 so the fire department can begin construction as soon as possible. And an 8-year-old now headed to a place where dreams come true.
A girl named Sapphire lost her family in a house fire and was badly burned. She has now received almost 200,000 cards from around the world and more than 4,000 packages. Now, the trip of a lifetime to Disney World.
That is the